Okay, what we have is a second amended motion to revoke probation. It was filed back in October of 23, which the defendant pleaded true to, was failing to report. What's he doing on reporting?
He's reporting regularly.
Regular, that's important. Because that was the problem that we had here. And then failing or failing. Okay, these are all failing to reports. So I'm number one, as long as you report, that's 90%. Because we can't supervise you if you don't report. Then the other part is you following the directives so that you can successfully complete this. So he's on a probation for 10 years, and this was since 21. And I'm always happy to terminate probation early for good reasons, not for bad reasons, for good reasons. Bad reasons, you end up going to prison. Good reasons, you go home and you don't have to report again. What is it we need to do to get to an early termination on this case with Mr. Quincy?
He needs to remit payments towards his restitution.
How much is that?
$3,150.
Okay, what if he paid $3,150 tomorrow? Let's just say it. What would the probation office recommend?
Well, he did test positive for cocaine earlier this week.
Classic, as now this has gone from Judge Stevens doing the guy a solid to now being in deep shit.
Surprise. That I didn't know that, did I?
Apparently not.
You hadn't processed the paperwork, I guess, to get it.
No, sir, it was on the.
Well, that's a crime. That's a second-degree felony crime. While on probation, on my probation, you're going to go out and put cocaine in your system. How irresponsible is that, sir? Let me just say the tests are correct, and the tests I follow. And you can deny all day long, and it won't work if it's in your system on a test that is a scientific test. It only has to be convincing to me by a preponderance of the evidence. It doesn't have to be beyond a reasonable doubt. Shame on you.
That's something.
Yeah.
I explained to her that I was not performing with my young lady friend, and she said that you were to try that to bring me up. She said it was things that she.
It sounds like he's still on that coke, as it's difficult to make out what he just said. And I listened to it a dozen times, and this is what I could kind of make out. I think he said that he was trying to get it on with his younger girlfriend, and some other chick suggested that he snort some coke so as to get his 100-year-old dick to work. In a nutshell, well, that is, if those nuts were old and saggy.
Fighting with some father.
Try to use that. Try to use that. It's my choice. How unbelievable that is. Yeah, I don't believe that. But you should have known better. Shame on you.
The truth.
Shame on you. You need to amend this. We're going to amend it.
We have,
and we'll deal with it in a revocation hearing. But it's going to be amended. I want that to be alleged. You just don't pull a stunt like that. You know better. You know better.
Yes.
And we'll have a hearing. And you're looking at 10 years in prison. At 10 years in prison. Why anybody would flirt with that by irresponsible behavior, but that's what happens up here too often. Shame on you.
10 years. This old guy would never make it. He's about 150 now.
And you let yourself down, you let everybody else down.
Apparently, the only thing he didn't let down was his dick.
Who was supporting you on all of this. All right. The next step is you're going to have to defend. We're going to have a hearing on the new motion to revoke probation, which alleges cocaine use. Everything else was fixable. This is a big problem. Just get ready. Just get ready. Take care of your personal affairs. That's all I can tell you. They have rehabilitation in prison. They'll help you. You know what? I'm sorry. You don't get to pick how you get rehabilitated. You do get to make your choices on whether you're going to use cocaine or not. You do get to do that. when you fail on that, when we've made a big deal about probation and your criminal history, you know how this all works. Shame on you. Shame on you. And you pay the consequences. All right, that's all. Please get that. When that is filed, you'll be rearrested and then we'll have to deal with it in a hearing. That is all.
His younger girlfriend loves the coke.
Good morning, Mr. Wolf.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. All are fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right. Okay.
On March 7th, 2025, Officer 1 was dispatched to check by a unit at the 3800th block of Revel Street regarding a minor crash. Officer 1 made contact with Officer 2, who on-viewed a two-motor vehicle accident. Officer 2 observed the defendant operating a silver Ford minivan and crashed with a black Hyundai Santa Fe. Both drivers were moved to a gas station. The witness observed the defendant driving the silver minivan and stated she observed the defendant crash into her. The officer observed the defendant to have bloodshot, glossy eyes and his sluggish speech and poor balance. SFSTs were administered, 6 out of 6 clues on the HDN, 5 out of 8 clues on the walk and turn, 3 out of 4 clues on the one-leg stand. The defendant did to provide a blood specimen.
It's not back.
No.
Prior DBI, just one from with us or any more?
It looks like there is a pending DWI from Galveston County from back in 2021.
Can you please confirm whether that is actually pending now? Because I'm going to have big issues if that is actually pending. Please. I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case, Mr. Wolf. I'm ordering you now. Just DWI. Come up, Mr. Wolf. Guys, I have found that there's probable cause to go forward with your DWI second in here. You also have another DWI in another county. Stop.
Okay, that was driver without
Stop.
license.
Stop.
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to say anything. I will appoint you a lawyer today, but it's unacceptable that you continue to pick up cases here, there, everywhere. Unacceptable. And I don't think that a PR bond is the right thing to do. I'm now going to revoke the PR bond and he goes with you. You're a danger to our community. That's unacceptable.
Just driver.
Stop. I will appoint you a lawyer. I don't want you to say, can you appoint him someone, please? You are not to drive at all. I don't care what you're going, what you need to do. Do not drive. The only thing I'm asking you to do is please don't kill someone on our roads. That's all I'm asking you to do, man. Every single day, we have an intox man, an assault that happens because of this.
Fantastic.
Stop. But I have found that there's sufficient to go forward. You've got multiple cases open in another county. Goes with you. I will appoint you a lawyer. Tell your side to the lawyer and then we can. But he still has open Galveston cases.
Still has open balance cases there for, I guess, a possession of marijuana and a driving without a license. So those are the two, the DWI is not.
Do you mind bringing him out? Mr. Wood.
He's over an 8. And Judge, I did not talk to him all about the facts of his case, and normally I do before I approach. I just wanted to reapproach on the bond, so.
Yeah.
I've already told him I'd make an appointment to talk to him.
Have you run his license?
Yes, probably so. You said he does have,
Yeah.
charges in Galveston, possession.
Someone locked the back gate and left it open for you. Now it's closed.
With license.
That's, yeah, so.
Yeah. Let me make sure they're still there.
I mean, I
It's
got a
okay.
job. I
It's
take
okay.
probation. I got ankle monitor or something. I got a job and all that. I wasn't thinking and I was trying.
I'm gonna help you, but let's at least try to get it lower to get you out today.
I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community
Yes, sir.
at all costs. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. If you're a small farm animal, everything in my power to protect my community. Does he have a license?
It's not eligible, not.
You are not allowed to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive, Mr. Wolf. And I want you to understand and hear me crystal clear that if I find that you drive and I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every. I don't care that a kid has to go to the hospital. I don't care that there's a burning building and you have to save 50 kids. If you don't have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, then you're not to drive. You now stand charged with the DWI second in this court. I am now also placing an additional restriction on your license that you're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle and it doesn't have an interlock on it in Austin, so that every police officer in this state knows you get pulled over, you don't have an interlock on that car, they will take you directly to jail. I'm going to honor your PR bond today, but I'm putting a whole host of restrictions on you. And if I find that you violate these restrictions, I will violate that bond to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, and I'm telling you, I'm going to test you within the next couple weeks to see whether you were using. If 50 plus days have passed and you test positive for marijuana, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The only thing I care are my streets, license, and you ain't got insurance, then you're not going to drive. You will now get a portable device that you're going to take everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not using alcohol. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you for weed here momentarily. They filed 2 surrenders on Mr. Galvan's case. I just need to know your position. I sent you a picture of it. Can you just take a look and let me know what you say? Correct. Okay. Just wanted to know. Okay. Thanks, Jim. All right. Take care. I'm honoring our bond. I'm letting you out. You hold the keys to this jail cell. You know what's expected of you. You pick up a 4th case. I'm going to go cuckoo for Cocoa on your bond. Do you understand? We have also given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with her. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you've gone AWOL, you've taken off, picked up a new case in another county or whatnot, that's it. Don't pick up a 4th case. Okay? All right, Ms. Teach.
If you are new to my channel, please subscribe as I edit these cases and remove all of the mundane, boring, repetitive stuff. And I even remove the silences, so you get only the juicy bits, which I think are always the best bits. Are looking for another episode that has all the boring stuff cut out and gives you just the good stuff, then here a couple that may interest you. Enjoy.